Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to high school football season. It's a big-time matchup here in southeastern Pennsylvania. North Penn from District 1 takes on LaSalle College High School from District 12. And let's welcome you inside our broadcast booth. Boy, a sight for sore eyes, I tell you what. It is great to see all of you guys again. Bob Long, Danny Rovey, and Tyler Kern, your broadcast crew here tonight and all season long for LaSalle football. Brady Joyce is behind the camera here today. Danny, let's start with you. Your senior year here at LaSalle, you followed this program in a big way for the last 3 years now. This team coming off a 5-6 campaign, looking to return to the glory days of LaSalle football. In fact, it was just 2 years ago that this team won the Philadelphia Catholic League title and the regular season with a big win over St. Joseph's. Now you turn the page to this year. Gavin Sidwar back for his sophomore year. A quartet of underclassmen wide receivers, and John Steinmetz very happy with the club he's got coming this year.
Of course. Well, Bob, just a year ago this week, the Sidwar sensation was born here at Crawford Stadium. A freshman coming in just halfway through the first quarter and putting on a show. Ended up LaSalle winning 37-28 in a thriller. As we know, the rest of the season did not go as planned. Injuries definitely hurt the LaSalle Explorers. But now it's a clean slate, and they're back here at Crawford Stadium just where they were a year ago with a lot of hope and a lot of energy to start the season off.
Tyler Kern, year 7, 8 perhaps for you. So you've seen a lot in terms of the ebbs and flows of Philadelphia Catholic League football, and particularly this program. What stood out to you about last season, this offseason, and what excites you for this evening?
Yeah, I like how LaSalle kind of responded in the face of adversity. As Danny alluded to, last year didn't really pan out as they intended. But we talked to John Steinmetz, and he sounded very excited for this team. A lot of speed on offense. Some new coaching staff, some stability on defense. Really looking forward to seeing it all come together. I'm sure there'll be some growing pains out there on the field as the team starts to mesh, but kind of looking forward to seeing that happen. Always love this game.
It has been a game that's been played just about every year but one. Since the year 2009. And Tyler, all the way back from when you were playing in those games, not to date you too much, a first-team All-Catholic defensive end from 2012 for LaSalle. So what does this game mean for you, the other lettermen, and for these individuals out there on the field for both sides?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. As you alluded to, as a tradition that kind of began while I was, still playing for this team. And, kind of sets the tone for the season usually. North Penn is a very strong contender year in, year out in southeastern Pennsylvania. So, kind of sets the, you're getting a pulse for what this team is made of. Just really looking forward to it. Fall's right around the corner. It's still, very humid out here as we stand up here. But, it just kind of sets the tone for, school starting, new football season. Really excited.
Well, and you mentioned North Penn being at the top of the heap for many, many years. It was a challenge for LaSalle last year. It was maybe more so of a challenge for North Penn last year. The first non-winning season in the 21-year career of head coach Dick Beck. And why did that happen? Well, listen, they had a wide receiver go to Georgia and a quarterback now playing at Millersville. So offense wasn't the issue. Defense gave up 28-plus points per contest last year, gave up 40 points in 3 contests, and needed to win their last 2 just to get into the district playoffs. So the question was, what happened? Issues up front, issues defensively. They feel really good about it this year with a really strong Aiden Quillette, who is the strongest player that Dick Beck says he's had on the roster. He's going to line up at a 3-technique defensive tackle. And then the defensive secondary, some really solid players. C.J. Scruggs, one to look for at the free safety position. He's a wide-ranging player. He might make the big interception, and then Michael Cliver will play at the strong safety. Rashad McNeil. You'll remember that name, both of you guys. He's been a key player for this team the last 2 years. He'll play at the wide receiver position. He'll also play in the defensive secondary. So, you think about this team, you think about North Penn, Danny, and the tradition that they have. This is not a league game, but it's a big one for them to get things started, get the ball rolling in the right direction.
Of course. Well, I talked to a LaSalle captain, Andrew Brennan, up on the offensive line, and, he said how important this game is just to start off on the right foot for LaSalle. Last year, getting this win was incredibly important to the team, and it is, as ever right now, for the Explorers to be able to go into a strong Interact team next week, 1-0, would mean the world, and it would be a huge advantage for the Explorers to get a win on some away turf just 14 miles away from 8605 Cheltenham Avenue.
This is Bob Long Sports, and we are here from Crawford Stadium, North Penn. It is a fantastic opening matchup that we see each and every year. Reminder, follow us on Facebook, on Twitter. We are getting started on Instagram, and we're happy about that. And, of course, give us a follow on YouTube as well. Bob Long Sports, the way to see all LaSalle football games over the course of the year. North Penn is about to be introduced here at their home field, the Knights of North Penn. Bring you back one more time inside the booth. Guys, this is the start for LaSalle of a very daunting schedule. They'll go down to Ocean City next weekend and take on a really good Malvern Prep team that smacked LaSalle pretty good in that game last year. And then they go out to reigning state champion Bishop McDevitt High School. So while this one is a big one for LaSalle, there's more where this comes from. Puts a little bit of onus on the team to come off to a good start today.
Yeah, of course. I agree with that completely. I think one of the biggest keys to this game, at least for the Explorers, is just seeing how these underclassmen wide receivers can adapt to this new North Penn defense. Dick Peck stated a lot that this offseason they worked endlessly at correcting the miscues on the defense last year. So it'll be a great matchup to see how these underclassmen wide receivers, with a lot of speed, a lot of these guys that played 7-on-7 football over the summer, it'll be great to see how they can play against this new and improved North Penn defense.
We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back for kickoff here on Bob Long Sports. Stay tuned.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue.
Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff.
I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well.
No matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do.
What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing up? Does it make good on good intentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismanion.org.
I say that LaSalle fuels my passion because it has such great programs with what I'm interested in.
LaSalle affords you the opportunity to get involved in as much as you possibly want to. There's tons of different clubs and activities with any different interest you could have.
No matter what you're doing, you'll be supported by your peers, and LaSalle will become a place that you love to go to and you will want to go to every day.
I think it was pretty easy to make friends. I feel like the most friends I made came through my extracurriculars.
What I love about LaSalle is you could make relationships with other people by getting out of your comfort zone. That's what LaSalle really teaches us, to be open and be open to meeting new people.
You're always going to gain something from clubs. Even if you find out that that club isn't for you, you're still going to pull something away from it, come out with new friends, have new connections.
Getting involved definitely helps you meet new people.
You want to come to LaSalle because you want to be able to explore. You want to be able to try a number of different opportunities we have to offer here.
You're going to really discover what it means to be not only a LaSalle gentleman, but also develop your own passions and have all these different opportunities to try things that you might not have had otherwise.
And with the dawn of a new football season, the familiar sounds of the LaSalle Pep Band, a great rendition of our national anthem. It's North Penn. It is LaSalle. It is a tradition here in Southeast Pennsylvania. And here we are, the broadcast team on Bob Long Sports to bring it all to you. We'll bring you back one more time inside our broadcast booth. Bob Long, Danny Rovey, class of 2024 here at LaSalle. Tyler Kern, class of 2012. Sorry, 2020. No, I don't think so. You've been out of there for about 10 years, but we're so thrilled to have you, a first-team All-Catholic defensive end and a stalwart on the broadcast. Guys, quick thoughts on this one before we get going. We laid it out in the open, but it's just about time to put toe to pigskin.
Yeah, well, Tyler, you mentioned it before. We have two teams that we think have been greatly improved this offseason, and it's time to put it to the test here. So I'm excited to see what Gavin Sidwar can do against this new and improved North Penn defense.
Yeah, Danny summed it up pretty well. A lot of new pieces in both of these teams here. Coaches switching things up a little bit. Really excited to see, what works, what doesn't, and how they adjust as this game goes on.
The one thing we really didn't talk about in the open, though, is the fact that, Yazid Haynes and Ryan Zelt, they're no longer with the program, and they've had that continuity at the quarterback position. You think back to the Reese Udinskis of the world. Well, now here's Matt Buxer, who's a sophomore, has a lot of talent. Dick Beck really likes what he has in him, but he's really an untested commodity at this point, certainly at this level of football. And so that'll be intriguing. Gavin Sidwar was kind of in that position last year as the freshman being thrown in. He had all the talent. But he's now had an opportunity to grow, mature another year. Buxer, his first real big-time high school football action. We'll see what he can do. He's got some really good targets to throw to, including Rashad McNeil and Jackson Sherman.
Yeah, of course. And, if you're Buxer coming into this game, you're playing LaSalle College High School, who's been recognized as, for the past few decades now, a regional powerhouse at that. That's a tough team to play and definitely a tough defense with a lot of upperclassmen there in that defensive line that you need to watch out for. Obviously, he won't have the pressure of Daryl Dinangoye of last year, but there are a lot of new faces that he will definitely need to watch out for and see how well the North Penn offensive line can contain them.
And then on the LaSalle side, Matt Hass, new offensive coordinator this year. John Steinmetz raves about what he's been able to do in getting this offense organized and ready to go. We will see that, and I'll tell you what, we're going to see it right now. LaSalle will receive. They're going to wear the gold helmets with those navy blue tops and the new gold pants. What a contest we have coming your way this evening. North Penn will kick this one away. Julian McFadden back deep to receive along with Desmond Ortiz, two guys with a lot of speed. And that LaSalle is really excited to put out there on the field, both sophomores. This one directed towards Ortiz. And McFadden will block. Ortiz slides past one and is out to the 22-yard line. Here comes Gavin Sidwar. It took him 2 drives to get onto this field last year as a freshman. He threw 2 passes for 2 touchdowns. His first 2 looks on the offensive side. Let's see what type of magic he has in him here today. The starters for LaSalle across the offensive line, Lucas Donahue, a 6'3", 300-pound senior heading to Merrimack next year. Tiernan McNichol at the left guard, Andrew Brennan at center. That 3 remains intact from last year. 2 other seniors on the right-hand side of the line, a little more untested. Matt Thiel, Chris Selecki at 285 and 280 respectively. J.P. Oates, Julian McFadden, James Dolan, and Joey O'Brien will be the wide receivers, with Stevie Davis in the backfield once again at the running back position. Good protection, and Sidwar takes a shot. And a lot of contact. Incomplete is the call.
Yeah, definitely like the idea there to air that one out. See if you can catch these North Penn secondaries sleeping a little bit with a nice dig inside. Definitely a good look there.
Yeah, well defended, a little underthrown by Sidwar down to McFadden there, but it kind of sets the tone. You don't make the incompletion there, but you see what you got.
McFadden now in the slot. J.P. Oates on the near side out wide. This time, pitch and catch. And he's pile driven in.
I think we're in for a very physical game of football here.
James Dolan makes the catch. One more look.
Nice gain there, though.
Definitely. Sidwar there with the quick release, able to get that one off in a matter of milliseconds, just for a nice quick gain there, priming up a great third and medium.
Just looking out there, that LaSalle O-line looks huge.
Yeah, they average about 280 going across the line. This is Dolan in motion, and they'll hand it off to Stevie Davis. Breaks past the first tackle, and he won't get there. He got 2, needed 4. He did a nice job, Danny, just to get out of his own backfield.
Oh, of course. That's one of the things that Stevie Davis does so well is shedding tackles like that. You know, he uses his size to advantage. He's little. He's able to kind of crunch down and fend off any hits, but then again, just a little bit short there.
Chris Heck will punt this one away, so 3 and out. North Penn, they wanted to improve the defense this year. They were good at the point of attack. Heck is a high punt. And it takes a North Penn hop. LaSalle touches it all the way out at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, so far, great defensive showing by the North Penn Knights, and even on special teams, they got a great field position for their offense. Let's see what they can do.
Exactly, pretty much lockdown on all ends right there. You know, that was an amazing 3 and out there for North Penn. Definitely, that defense could be well improved.
The man to watch out of the backfield for North Penn is Amir Major. Major, a senior at 5'10", 195 pounds. One of the most talented running backs in the area, wants to get involved in the passing game as well. And he'll take the opening give, goes off the left tackle, and gains 4.
Major is an amazing player for this Knights team, coming in with a 325 bench and a 600-pound squat for a high schooler per head coach Dick Beck.
And Aiden Eves, number 7, he's going to line up at tight end. He'll also play at the linebacking core. Saw him come in motion, line up off that left tackle, Tyler.
They telegraphed that. You knew where that ball was coming, and they gained 5 yards anyway.
Again, it's Eves. This time lines up off the guard's shoulder. Amir Major cuts it inside, gets right up near the line to gain, and with that last shove, might have gotten it.
If it ain't broke. Almost the same exact play, down to that pre-snap motion there.
Exactly. You know, someone like Amir Major is an extremely durable player, and we can see him getting a lot of carries both on the first and long scenario, then on the second and mid scenario.
Yeah, North Penn doing a great job of establishing the run early.
First down and 10. Ball at the LaSalle 47-yard line. They fake the give, and there goes Buxer. Buxer running past defenders and is nudged out of bounds by number 6 for LaSalle, Joey O'Brien, but not before a nice gain that gets him 1.5 yards from the sticks.
Yeah, just a great play call there. LaSalle brought a blitz on from the far side, but the play was going the other way. Really well designed and got them a large gain.
Yeah, a lot of uncertainties about new quarterbacks coming in and playing like Bucks are, but we just saw it right there. The scrambling ability was there, able to get a tremendous gain.
Second down and 1, 9-12 and ticking here in the first quarter. It's an I formation. Give it right back to Majors. Got the first down easily. Gain of about 4. Taken down by Jamel Williams.
Yeah, North Penn on a little bit of a methodical drive right now, really utilizing the run game as much as they can to create some nice, efficient gains.
Yeah, Bucks are not needing to do much right now except just hand the ball off. I see no reason to go to the pass. The run game is working.
And chewing clock as well. Under 9 minutes to play in the first quarter. Two tight end look. I formation, McNeil the motion man. O'Brien chases him down to the far side. Down to 3 seconds on the play clock. Buxer takes the snap and gives it again to Major. He got downhill for about 2, maybe 3 yards off the right tackle.
Yeah, that's a great run. There wasn't much of a gap there. He exploded up that middle. It should have been maybe almost a tackle for a loss, but he made it a 3-yard gain.
Of course, you know, that's really the qualities you look for in an RB that can really take it to the next level, and Major just showing it right there. You know, he's able to fend off all that pressure and still get some, you know, positive gains out of that.
$7:53 to go. First quarter action. Ball on the 31. McNeil again in motion. Amir Major, the deep back. Faking the give. Buxer. He's going to take off. A flag comes in. Kieran Campbell was held. Colin Wakefield pushed him out of bounds, but this is coming back. A really nice job by Campbell to shed that first block. And the hold is going to go against number 71, Dylan Webb-Dennis.
Yeah, interesting play call by the Knights there. Showed the same pre-snap look that they did on the previous play. Looked like a designed run for Buxner, and unfortunately a huge, holding just hurts that drive immensely there.
You're definitely buying the Explorers some time and space here.
Yeah, those 10 yards are greatly needed for the Explorers. They get a little breathing room. Second and very long.
And, this is really the time, for a lot of these defensive captains to kind of regroup as a team and just kind of discuss the next steps and how they're going to be able to isolate Major in that inside run.
Second down. Clock is ticking here after that penalty. 17 yards to go. We have a really nice start to this drive for North Penn, but still a long way to go. LaSalle's defense trying to come up with a stop now that the Knights are behind the sticks. Buxer takes the snap, straight drop, and they tried to set up the screen. What a nice job by Jamel Williams getting into the backfield. Tyler, you know that type of play so well there.
Yeah, usually on the screens, you feel it's too easy, and you got to kind of look back, see where the ball's going, but when you have a bull rush like that, you can just force the pass quick. That was a great job, great pressure, and great speed by that defensive front.
Because if you think about it, Tyler, North Penn got what they wanted there.
Yeah. They pretty much faked out the whole D-line, but they were just so athletic on that play that it worked out.
3rd down and 17. Again, the first time on this drive that North Penn's been behind the sticks. They've relied on Amir Major off tackle, but I don't know that that's the call right here. Play clock down to 1. And they didn't get it off. The umpire throws the flag. It'll be 5 yards.
Even more interesting that 3 defensive front, only 3 men with hands in the dirt up front. They switched that. I think earlier they had 4 guys up front, so maybe a look for their 3rd and long.
Yeah, down and distance, something to do with that. So what do you do here if you're North Penn? 22 yards to go. You're trying to take it all. You're trying to get half and go for it on 4th down.
I think, honestly, on a play like this, it's about, what comes down to the confidence that Beck has in Buxar to run the most efficient play possible.
LaSalle shows blitz with the linebacker, and here comes Matt Wills. Wills is going to get there. He sacks Buxar, and it's 4th down and a long ways.
Matt Wills right there, completely built different on that play. Just tracks down Buxar and brings him down. A huge, huge stop for the Explorers.
Yeah, Wills just with an incredibly athletic move there. Love the blitz on 3rd and long. Just a great play by the Explorers.
And now no question what you do with it. North Penn's going to punt this football away.
So the Explorers there able to take advantage of some mistakes on the North Penn offensive side and then, turn that into a phenomenal defensive shutdown.
Timeout called by LaSalle. Very interesting there. And I wonder if I don't try to count the guys out there to see was there potentially a procedural issue with too many men on the field. I don't know why otherwise you're calling timeout there. Maybe they saw something they didn't like from North Penn special teams. When we come out of timeout, what we'll see, though, is Ryan Bachlet, who is a very trusty kicker from the last couple of years for North Penn. He does the punting and the kicking for this North Penn team. Guys, we haven't talked about some of our good friends over the span of the last couple of months here as Scholastic season is back, but this wouldn't be possible without sponsors like E&M Insurance in North Wales, run by Chris Marr. Chris Marr does a wonderful job for his clients and everybody involved with his agency. If you're looking for property and casualty insurance, business or personal, visit them at eandminsurance.com. You can also find all their information on Facebook. Go to eandminsurance.com for more. Jimmy Dolan is back deep to receive, and he's going to let that one hop, pick it up on a hop, and he's taken down. Still a pretty good decision there to pick it up on that hop. That could have been coffin corner there if not.
Yeah, definitely quick hands on that, and that's something that you really want out of a punt returner like Jimmy Dolan. We saw him all last year make some great returns. I mean, he's a guy who does a great job just bringing that ball in and then taking it out.
Before we get a chance to see Gavin Sidwar and the LaSalle offense for a second time, let's play America's favorite game. Where are you at? For the first time in a long time, let us know where you're watching the game from, and we'll give you a shout out here on the air. You can comment on the YouTube stream. You can follow us on Twitter, Instagram, reach out to us on any of those platforms, and we'll give you a shout-out. Dell Jackson checks in. Welcome, Dell. Great to hear from you. Not used to seeing you, not out on the field. But we are used to seeing Julian McFadden, getting used to it pretty quick. Speedy out of the backfield. He's gained 12.
Yeah, well-designed play. Had the momentum with that motion, and Sidwar just got it out. Perfect pass for a large gain.
I agree. McFadden's the last person you want separated from a defender. If you're North Penn right there, you just give him a little bit of space and he's off to the races.
LaSalle back to the line quickly here. Still plenty of time on the play clock. J.P. Oates, the outside receiver. And he's going to go for Oates. He's got him deep. Oates makes the catch. And he's pulled down. Big-time play. Pitch and catch from Sidwar, the sophomore, to Oates, the sophomore.
What a play call. Your first drive, you come up short on that deep ball, and what do? You go right back to it. That's the confidence that this coaching staff has in Sidwar.
I agree, and now a quick set back up for the Explorers here, looking to take advantage maybe of a discombobulated North Penn defense. Excited to see what they do right here.
Put some air under the football, the young sophomore. Let your receiver run under it. And now we'll take a shot again. Rising high, it's a heck of a defensive play by North Penn.
Sidwar put that ball right where it needed to be, though. That was a great pass. My experience with him is from up here in the booth, but he has a different level of confidence than he does last year, just the way he presents himself.
Of course, I agree, and that's a great pass. It definitely showcases some trust in your teammates right there, especially with Joey O'Brien. He's a guy we know can come down with that ball. Just didn't work out that time. Great coverage.
C.J. Scruggs, fantastic in coverage. And now that's a jet sweep. Jimmy Dolan waits, sees the hole, and gets up near the first down marker. He gained 8, needed 10. Second down and 2 coming up from the 5.
When we, going back to that deep ball, when we spoke with Coach Steinmetz, Bob, he wasn't lying when he said he was making 40, 45-yard passes, no problem. That was a thing of beauty.
He did it in the scrimmage against the Chamonix on Flannery Field just last Saturday. Third down and 2, 4:50 to play, first quarter. Potentially 4-down territory here as Sidwar goes to the air. Dolan caught, touchdown. Jimmy Dolan, he had 2 touchdowns in this game last year. Put another one on the board.
You're all good, Tyler.
I was just going to say this offense looks really robust. They're, getting out quick. They're using their speed that Coach Stein alluded to. That jet sweep was a thing of beauty as well with Dolan. Really great offense. North Penn right now, when we saw their offense looked a little one-dimensional with that run, it was working at the time, but, interesting to see how they adjust.
Yeah, that right there is the tenacity you need from the Explorers. They aired it out with a tremendous downfield pass, but then I love the red zone offense right there. The plays were quick. You didn't spend too much time in the huddle, and you got the job done in no time. Now the Explorers with an easy 7 on the board.
And the 7th contributed by Chris Heck, first-year place kicker for LaSalle. This portion of today's game brought to you by a brand new sponsor, but one I think you all know real well. But let's get a look at that student section, Danny, and tell me what's going on.
All right, well, an ode to the Catholic tradition is, of course, the biblical story of Moses parting the Red Sea, and we can see it right now enacted by Brady Mattia playing Moses, coming down the student section.
That's a new one.
Yeah, the Explorers are all riled up after that touchdown right there. This student section, half the size of North Penn's, but I will go as far as to say twice as loud at the moment.
That's pretty good stuff there. I mean, that is clever. Stevie Davis and now will kick this one deep. CJ Scruggs back deep to receive. Also back there deep is going to be number 23, Mark Cobbs. Cobbs, a track star for this North Penn team, so a good spot to be. Back deep to receive. So Davis angles that one away from him. And it'll be pretty good starting field position. John McSorley in there on the stop for the Explorers. We'll take this opportunity to tell you about a new sponsor, and like I said, I think you probably know it well, the Great American Pub. The Great American Pub is in Conshohocken, Pennsylvania, run by Chuck Hempshire, good friend of the LaSalle Athletics program. His son played at LaSalle, and we really appreciate his interest in partnering with us this year. If you're looking for an event or you're looking to get out to dinner with your family, spend some time on many of the different floors, rooftop deck, all that good stuff. Opportunities abound. It's a wonderful place. Tell them that Bob Long Sports sent you. Amir Major pulled down. Grayson McHugh on the stop.
That rooftop deck is pretty sweet, Bob. I've been up there a few times. It's a good time. Yeah, a little more of the same, though, from the Knights here. We're seeing that run. It's working. They're getting 3 to 4 yards plus each time. I think they should stick with it.
Grayson McHugh stands at 6'7", 230 pounds. Just a sophomore. Imposing at that defensive end position. On the defensive side, Kieran Campbell, Jamel Williams, and Andrew Sorge will be on the rest of that line, and there's a big-time hit. We didn't even get to the linebackers yet. Jack Luthi.
Yeah, Luthi right there, just completely jumping the pressure from the North Penn offensive line right there, just getting on that one and swallowing up. That's a fantastic tackle.
I love that aggressiveness to call blitz there. Just a great explosive tackle. Blew right through that lead block. He basically made 2 tackles there.
Luthi's compatriots in the linebacker core with him. We'll see Mason Lang, Dylan Clare. We already saw Matt Wills get a sack. He's coming off a big-time lacrosse season. He's committed to the University of Pennsylvania to play lacrosse. Now it's 3rd down and 8. Again, 3rd and long. What is this North Penn team going to do? We'll find out after this timeout. Dick Beck in the sweater vest there does not look very happy, Tyler.
No, he does not. That's a lot of respect for Dick Beck and what he's done for this program. As you alluded to last year, his first losing season across 21 years, I believe you said.
Non-winning, 6-6.
Non-winning, sorry. Yeah. Apologies for that. But obviously a good head coach, has a great program here. Trying to get right the ship here and see if they can convert this 3rd and long.
Yeah, Beck 218 and 53 all-time record at North Penn. That echoes success right there in this program.
We didn't talk about the defensive secondary yet for LaSalle. Joey O'Brien, the sophomore. Justin Hawkins, the junior, will be the other starting cornerback. Kelby Hampton injured, unfortunately, and he was ready for that big-time senior season that we've seen from so many LaSalle greats over the years. We wish him the best and know he's supporting his teammates. 3rd down and 8. Nowhere to go. It's going to be a half sack for Williams and a half sack for Luthi.
Yeah, Luthi with some back-to-back electricity right there on those 2 tackles. Love to see it.
This defensive front is feeling itself right now, and as they should be. They look electric all of a sudden after that first drive.
Yeah, LaSalle playing with some swagger right now, and you need to continue this through the remaining 2 minutes and 47 seconds left in this quarter.
Yeah, and it looks like they switched it up back to Julian McFadden to receive the punt. I believe he was out there the first time before they called the timeout.
McFadden, also a track star. We talked about Cobbs for North Penn. Excited to see that matchup on the offensive side of the ball with Cobbs playing defensive back. This chases McFadden back, and he lost the football. LaSalle's going to come up with it. And very fortunate to come up with the ball at their own 17. That's a heck of a defensive play. And guess who? Mark Cobbs in there. So we talked about the 2 track stars. Well, McFadden from a standing position and Cobbs zinging his way down the track.
Timed it perfectly, too. McFadden just got the ball, didn't really have a good grip on it, and it was bam, right there.
Guys, we didn't get to the last 2 in the safety position for LaSalle. Carson Wakefield, a senior captain, and Chris Filippo, the junior. Well, you can feel the energy on this side of the field right now after that hit, but just a bad bounce away for North Penn's sake from being in big-time business in the red zone. LaSalle fortunate.
Thought he's going to get the strip tackle and the recovery there.
Stevie Davis. Here's Sidwar, fires across the middle. That's Des Ortiz out of the backfield, and he's just running away from guys.
He gone.
Oh, Desmond Ortiz off to the races. How do you do? Give me 6. Another for the Explorers right there. What a play. One touchdown. That right there is some electricity.
I like that play design. They left that right defensive end open. Sidwar got it out just in time, hit his man in stride, and the rest is history there.
13-0. Big play offense. How do you do? Matt Hess, first-year offensive coordinator. John Steinmetz, we all know John pretty well, and a lot of people in Southeast Pennsylvania do. 45th year with the program here at LaSalle. As Heck's extra point
That's a heck of
is
a kick.
no good.
I
know.
You had that there.
I know.
I was ahead of that. I jinxed that.
Boy,
I'm sorry.
you had all year to call it a heck of a kick. Patience, Grasshopper.
I won't be calling that out anymore, but I'm sure one of us on the broadcast will. But this LaSalle team looks completely. John Steinmetz was not lying. This LaSalle team looks electric right now. They have a lot of good chemistry. They've been grinding it out in camp, and it sure as heck is showing.
And my point I was getting to there as well is that John, as we all know, isn't going to blow smoke when it comes to his expectations. In fact, he's going to keep things close to the vest and maybe be even a little nervous about things, right? I mean, a lot of football coaches are. He was gushing about the organization around the offense this year and how Matt has done in his first campaign. Looks good early on. Gavin Sidwar making some serious strides as a sophomore. Several Power 5 offers already. More to come with throws like that.
Of course, kind of add on from what you were saying, Bob, about just Steinmetz's joy for this team. I spoke to Captain Andrew Brennan, the center, for a little bit earlier this school day.
That's a big-time hit. We'll get back to that in a second, Danny. How about number 17, Makai Holland?
And
hello.
And not to cut you off, Danny, but Heck was actually the kicker there. We were told that it would probably be Stevie, but not the longest kick, but he left it up there. Let his guys get down there, and they made a big-time play.
And we've seen a mix, right? Stevie kicked off after the first touchdown. Heck now after that second one. Go ahead there, Danny.
Of course, yes. So just to add on from what you were saying, Bob, about Steinmetz's just approval and joy for this team as a whole, apart from the offense, I spoke to Andrew Brennan a little bit, one of the captains, member of the senior class as well as the class president, and he told me that they were relying heavily on the underclassmen this year. And, the fact that the team has very few seniors and a lot of underclassmen means that they're really relying on a cohesive unit to go take the field this year.
That's a really nice play. First by Buxer and second by Zach Dold, number 6.
I was about to compliment Matt Wills. Again, they called the blitz, which I'm loving this aggressiveness, but if Buxner is able to make a play like that, obviously someone's going to be open. So, great effort by Matt Wills, but, kudos to North Penn on that effort.
Yeah, the more pressure LaSalle adds, I feel like the more in their head, if you will, North Penn will become, kind of flustering this offense a little bit.
LaSalle again showing that 3-4 defense.
1:54 to go. First quarter action. Amir Major. It's been tougher sledding since that first drive. He's got a gain of 3 on first down.
He showed patience, but he also kind of hesitated there. There wasn't much for him. A lot of gold helmets closing in. Those gold helmets look pretty great right now. I got to admit, I love the new uniforms and the pants. They're playing with swagger and they're showing swagger as well.
It's a conversation that will draw different reactions. Block L or script LaSalle on the helmets. Tyler?
Block L, but biased.
Yes, that was your time frame. That was also state champion LaSalle back in 2009. Major hit and dropped at the 40-yard line, gain of 2. Jamel Williams, as well as Kieran Campbell in there on the stop.
One thing worth noting here, at least from we see from our bird's eye view up here, is Major's ability to go and kind of showcase the ball outward while he's falling down. that is a great play from a running back's perspective to get that extra yard. But we could see himself dropping that ball, possibly squeaking out, and LaSalle dropping on top of that.
Number 66, Sorge, was looking at it too.
Yeah, so we could see that as a little bit of a theme throughout this game.
Interesting. They go back to the 4-3 front on defense.
3rd down and 5. They need the 45 for the first. Major, he's got room to the outside. Instead, cuts it up the middle, runs through a would-be tackler. It's Wakefield that has to take him down. That's a big-time play, though. Watch here, right at the 45-yard line. Amir Major's going to lay the boom and get the extra 3 he needs.
And that's the second time LaSalle has blitzed on the opposite end of that run. It kind of frees up a man, and just kind of unfortunate timing, but also a risk of taking the blitz.
And that will be the final play of the first quarter. Air Raid has come to Windmore, Pennsylvania, and a short drive down 309. It's shown up for LaSalle at Crawford Stadium. It's 13-0. LaSalle leads over North Penn. The ground attack starting to work for those Knights. We'll see what type of answers they have when we get started in the second quarter. This portion of today's game is brought to you by Jim McLaughlin and Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. They're our favorite LaSalle realtors. They helped my wife and I buy our new home. We also referred a couple of friends there. They helped two of our friends close on a new home right here in Lansdale, as it turns out. What an interesting process that tends to be in a world of high interest rates and low supply. But they are the people equipped to take you through the process, and we also did another referral, and they're working with another friend of ours as well. We wouldn't do it if we didn't trust them to take care of you, and they will take care of you. You can check out their contact information below. Jim McLaughlin, Carrie Guerin Boyle of the Carrie Guerin Boyle team at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, Fox and Roach Realtors. All right, second quarter getting underway. Now it feels like fall football as the sun goes down and the lights are on here at North Penn. Major, delay give, and nowhere to go. A lot of guys in there on that one.
So doing a good job right there of swallowing up that inside run. Definitely starting to catch on to the theme of when Buckstar delivers Major that carry. There's a couple steps of hesitation right there that LaSalle defensive line and linebackers are able to kind of push through and get him down early.
Dylan Clare, the junior linebacker, took care of business there. Gets credit for the tackle. 2nd and 10. At what point does North Penn try to take the top off here against this LaSalle defense? Single high safety look. All of their 10 guys right up by the line. Here's the time to take the shot. One-on-one coverage, and it's incomplete. That is stride for stride there by Joey O'Brien.
Joey O'Brien got up there. That was great defense, a little bit of hand fighting from both sides, and just, an excellent defensive play and a great throw as well.
Yeah, and really, the hand fighting, nothing to do there. Honestly, the head was turned. No. He had every right to that football. What a play.
Yeah, just a good, clean pass defense there. And what a beautiful pocket that Buxner had there as well. Great job by that North Penn offensive front.
11:13 to play, second quarter. Matt Buxer, the first-year quarterback, steps up in the pocket. He'll take off with it and is taken down. Ball came out.
Looked like that was caused by the ground, though.
And adroitly called by that official on the far side of the field. One more look.
I don't know if that was a designed run for Buxer. Or
may have squeaked out right there.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. That is a really, really close play. A lot closer than I thought initially.
Yep.
Ooh, man, that may have squeaked out just a millisecond before a knee hit the ground right there.
Boy, that is really, really close. We slowed that down to 25% there. 25% speed. I don't know.
Be interested to see what the YouTube comments section has to say.
Oh my goodness, man, that is a close call right there.
So as expected, Jimmy Dolan now back to receive after the fumble by McFadden on the last one. Calls for the fair catch, and he slides into it. It's an adventure out there right now, but
safe.
He is safe.
They're flag on the play, though.
It's thrown in the area of and holding, and I think we actually caught it on the replay there, right-hand side of your screen. And there's your confirmation, middle of your screen there. 10:13 to play. LaSalle will be backed up here from the spot of that catch by 10 yards.
I was about to say their best starting field position of the day, but I would have spoken too soon.
Hasn't much mattered to this point now, has it? 1 3 and out, and then 2 quick touchdown drives. They lead 13-0.
Yeah, I guess when you're throwing 40-yard bombs, it really doesn't matter.
We got a couple more folks checking in. Dave Kern says, can't wait for a fresh football season. Good luck to the Explorers and Bob and the crew. And, of course, our crew here today, Tyler Kern, Danny Rovey, and Brady Joyce on camera.
Thank you, Dave.
Sidwar, good protection, and there was some miscommunication there.
Yeah, shaky pass right there into a couple players with white jerseys. You don't really want to see that. That'll make your heart drop.
Yeah, we'll see this
kind of
replay.
found the seam there, though.
I think that's what it was. Is he thought he was going to curl, and Dolan went upfield. He tried to throw him out of his break, and there was just miscommunication.
Well, thankfully, only an incompletion there.
I like that, pass first. Passing on first down.
Here's the jet sweep. Cutting up the middle, not much there. North Penn, really well done. In there on the stop, number 55, Aiden Quallette.
Yeah, so far, not a whole lot in the middle of the field for this Explorers offense. Keeping it on the edges. I'd be interested to see if they could get that push up the middle. Obviously not on 3rd and long here. I'd expect some sort of pass.
3rd down and 8, 9:38 and ticking here in the second quarter. Sidwar fires, and it is caught by J.P. Oates. Second time that those two have hooked up here tonight.
Yeah, J.P. Oates right there, a great grab, kind of toe tapping in. It was definitely towards the sideline. Also, a tremendous piece of throwing there from Gavin Sidwar, just finding the pocket and hitting him right in the hands.
5-step drop, get on that back foot, get through that throw, really nicely done. Doesn't hurt that this offensive line is protecting him. Certainly looks to be an improvement from what we saw last year. Now Stevie Davis. What happens when Gavin Sidwar throws so many big-time balls? Stevie has not been quite as involved this year. That's a gain of 3. Early on, though, they too talented a guy, and actually you're going to have 3 guys coming out of that backfield, mostly led by Des Ortiz in that backup role, and Stevie is your bell cow. Right, Tyler?
A little throwback right there,
little
Bob.
Throwback to the bell cow. There is Stevie Davis. There's your bell cow. He got 1 yard shy of a first down. That's a deep cut for the longtime Bob Long sports fans.
That's how we fill up these gaps in the broadcast. We just roast Tyler.
We'd find other stuff, but it's just too easy. Stevie Davis, 3rd and 1, has the first down. He's across the 40-yard line. Needed 1 and got 5.
You spoke it into existence, Bob. They're getting Stevie heavily involved. That was his set of downs there.
Of course, yeah, Stevie just finding a way to power through. He does that so well, so gritty, just able to just punch up that gut amid all the bodies that were down on the floor.
Yeah, and the Explorers finding some success up the middle on offense.
7:56 to play. There's Davis again. He hurdles a defender. Well, I guess he didn't hurdle a defender. He hurdled his own offensive lineman, Tiernan McNichol. Now, why is that important? I bring that up because in high school you are not allowed to hurdle a defender in a tackling position. It is a 15-yard penalty and would have taken them back. So he hurdled his own lineman who was on the ground.
It's just, making sure there's no friendly fire with those cleats there.
In fact, one I remember in particular was in the 3A state championship game. Quentin Martin last year playing Newman Goretti. Quentin Martin, one of the best athletes in the country. Here going to take a shot. Julian McFadden comes back to the football. And he gets so close. He's down at the 1.
Oh, my goodness. What a grab right there by Julian McFadden. And he's able to get some more yards with the hit, just completely bossing around the defender. What a play.
Wow, yeah, I'm kind of speechless. I got like Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown vibes there. He just
definitely
out-muscled him at the end there. I thought he was getting all the way to the end zone.
Out-muscled once he made the play, but in terms of turning his head to the football, the defender never did.
Yeah, and heads-up play coming back for that. A little underthrown by Sidwar, but you just got to give your receiver a chance.
Muller is the fullback. He takes the give. First effort didn't get there. He reached out the football, touchdown, and it's a darn good thing it was because that is dangerous on 1st and 1 from the 1. Reaching out that football. I don't know about that one. You got 2 more, maybe 3 more downs.
Yeah.
20-0.
Touchdown, guys.
19-0 though. You're absolutely right, Tyler.
And I like that they're getting Heck back out there. You could try to make it up with a 2-point conversion, but it's a good time to build your kicker's confidence.
Exactly.
Yeah, obviously a sophomore, a lot of room to grow. 1 for 2.
And that is no good. 19-0 the score remains. But another quick drive by this LaSalle offense results in 6. They've had the ball 4 times. The first time it was 3 and out. The rest, flawless.
Yeah, this passing game almost has opened up the running game, which is kind of interesting. But, I mean, ever since that first drive, the Explorers can do no wrong on offense.
Yeah, Sidwar already putting on a tremendous display. A great passing diversity between some short kind of out routes, and then you have the long post routes. All are successful, and at least for the Explorers' offensive game plan, just keep on firing.
Yeah.
Couple more folks checking in here today. Matt Wagner says hello from Avalon. We got R. Paredes. 24, loving the instant replay. Well, we're loving that you're loving it. Thanks for being with us here today, wherever and however you're watching. Our buddy Octavius Carter, it is always great. We hear from him at least a couple times a year. Former LaSalle stud on the football side, and he had a great career in college. So good to hear from you, Octavius, and thanks for watching. Tone Rivers says hello and says hello to you, Danny. He says, I love Danny Rovey on the air.
Oh, well, I miss you very much, Tone, and I hope you're enjoying University of Louisville. It's great that you're tuning in. We got a great game for you right now for a great LaSalle football alumnus.
We got Ethan and Lance saying hello. Veronica trying to say that a couple of drives ago the knee was down. Veronica, we're going to need a Mike Pereira up here in the booth. So
I agree with Veronica.
Yeah.
I thought the knee was down.
I think we need a Mike Pereira type. And Veronica, if you have some free Friday nights.
No, it's in the budget for next year,
in
Bob.
In the budget. Right? 6:29 to play. First down and 10. I formation. Old Faithful. There goes Major. And a flag comes in late. Potentially a face mask. We'll see. We'll await the call. Came in right at the end of the play.
Face mask on the Explorers.
15-yard penalty. It's been a clean game on both sides by and large to this point. You feel like big opportunity here for North Penn. Need to find a way to get some points here. And we've talked about Major. He's been a big part of the offense, but the difference has really been North Penn has no opportunity to take the top off the play right now. I think part of that is, hey, Bucks are a new quarterback, not running those deep routes. It's also this LaSalle defensive line getting pressure quickly in the backfield.
Yeah, of course. I think North Penn really not able to find their offensive rhythm just yet, but that could change this drive.
Kieran Campbell double team. Doesn't matter because there comes number 30 again, Jack Luthi, his 3rd tackle for loss.
Luthi absolutely turning up right now in this second quarter. I believe that's his 4th tackle, or could that be number 5? Either way, tremendous quarter and tremendous game so far for Luthi.
Yeah, he's playing with some fire right now. I really like to see it, especially with a bit of a question mark coming into the season on linebacker. But, really loving the dynamic looks this defense is given. They're going 4-3, they're going 3-4. They're showing blitz from both sides, backing off sometimes, and they seem to be doing a very good job, executing almost perfectly.
Robert Riley is the left defensive end. The two sophomores, Williams and McHugh, they both got good pressure. And that throw was behind. Waiting for a flag. There it comes.
Can't really do that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Chris Filippo didn't make a play on the football.
And it's a shame because that pass was nowhere near the receiver. You shouldn't be doing that.
I think Filippo just got a little bit too reactionary with the ball thrown.
Yeah, could have been, expected a catch and
Yep.
was just shoving him over, but.
So that is the second personal foul penalty on this drive alone.
30 yards so far.
On this drive.
Minus 4 yards for that tackle for loss. So just, two rare instances of Steinmetz's team, making costly mistakes.
5:14 left in the quarter. It'll be 1st and 10 for North Penn.
Like to see a little more pressure on those dropbacks. We haven't seen a lot of them from Buxer in that offense yet, but he has a nice pocket every time.
Two receivers split out wide. Keep an eye on Rashad McNeil, number 2. After 2 penalties like that, maybe a good time to take a shot. Instead, it's going to be Amir Major. He says, anytime I get the ball, it's a shot. That's a gain of 12.
Yeah, certainly some momentum injected back to these Knights. Great run. It's been working for them until it hasn't, and all of a sudden after those 2 penalties, it's working again.
Exactly, definitely taking advantage of the yards that LaSalle is giving them. If you're an Explorer, that's something that you obviously do not want to give away as a free handout for these Knights who, are down still with 0 on the board.
4:40 to play. Buxer takes the shotgun snap, hangs in there. That was a good catch by Major. He's taken out. Carson Wakefield. Flag comes in for a hit above the shoulders. And as good as that looks, I can't argue with it.
Oh, man, but Wakefield right there just absolutely laying a hammer.
What's the replay showing there? It didn't look helmet to helmet to me. But
it's not helmet to helmet. You're absolutely right. Head and neck area, perhaps. You be the judge at home.
It's shoulder to shoulder, man.
Yeah,
that's
I
soft,
don't know about
but
all
it was
that.
right in front of the ref, so.
Yep, that'll get you.
Could he have been leading with the crown even if the crown didn't get the
or
helmet?
Or defenseless receiver? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have that as defense. I get what you
I get that, but I don't think so.
I saw no contact to the head on that replay.
Yeah, but just a tremendous hit, though, from Wakefield.
All right, so
3 personal
45
fouls
yards.
On this drive.
On this drive. I think the Knights themselves had about 6 yards. 11-yard gain and a 4-yard loss.
So They did have the 12-yard run from Major as well.
Yeah, that's what I was getting at, the 11, and then they had a 4-yard tackle for loss.
That's right. Mathematics, baby. Buxer. All the way inside the 10. Carson Wakefield was held on the play. Keep a look here on number 55 for North Penn.
That was a huge hold. Huge hold there.
Yep.
And number 30, again, Jack Luthi was just so close to making that play.
Big time run, though, by Buxer. And bear in mind, with 3:41 and ticking here, North Penn is also going to get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, Buxer just showcasing that scrambling ability right there. Juking out Luthi, that's a hard thing to do. That's a guy who really swallows up players. Really a good job of some elusivity there.
8 on the play clock. Handoff to Major. Runs into a brick wall. He did gain 1, but took a beating for it.
And here's really the place where we can get to find out just how strong LaSalle is with this goal line defensive scheme. Just a brick wall back there, just trying not to allow anything to get through.
To get ahead of it, guys, do not be surprised if North Penn scores a touchdown. If they go for 2 here, in a position where 2 touchdowns with 2 two-point conversions plus 1 field goal would tie the game at 19. Those extra points could come back to bite LaSalle. Without the big play threat, how many offensive chances will they have left? First, they got to score here, and Major got a lot closer. Gain of 4. He's inside the 3 to about the 2.
Yeah, very interesting. They had Eves again in motion going to the right. Last time they did that, the play went his way. This time they went back the other way. You know, a little bit of misdirection from these Knights. And
I wonder if that wasn't a shot across the bow just to read that LaSalle defense. Hey, are they even paying attention to Eves?
Yeah.
And in that particular case, Chris Filippo did. He followed him out there. 3rd down and goal from the 2. 3 in the backfield. Buxer went down. And they blow it dead, rightly so. That's going to be a 3-yard loss.
Wow, definitely just a lapse right there for Matthew Buxar. He had players open. That could have been a 6-point play right there. Ends up slipping down on that turf. You know, that'll set the Knights back right there. That will really hurt them.
And I'm with you. There were guys open. Danny, that ball is tucked on in his left arm. He had no illusions of throwing the ball. That was, I'm going to try to run off that left tackle. And now they're going to try to kick the field goal. Ryan Bachlet. Very sure-footed place kicker here for North Penn. But, boy, you hate to come away with just 3 here if you're North Penn. They didn't even get that. LaSalle got the block, and Carson Wakefield. What a play.
Wow, LaSalle right there just completely pouncing on the snap. Tremendous jump right there. The timing is great, and that just tells you a lot about the discipline of this team, to be able to time it like that, no false starts, and you come away with that, a tremendous stop.
They've had a good jump on these punts. I figured they were going to get home at some point. I didn't expect it to be on the field goal, though.
A couple more folks saying hello from wherever you're watching the game. Dan F. from the class of 1965 says he's loving the coverage. Nicaragua says, let's go, boys. Tone Rivers jumps back in and says, hey, LaSalle looks amazing right now. Keith Binsfeld, our buddy from Cross Country Mortgage, who you'll hear from at halftime. You guys are crushing it. Will Ryan, our buddy, tuned in from Boston College. Will, enjoy college, my man, and thanks for everything you've done with us over the years.
Yeah, miss you, Will.
Definitely will.
1:50 to go. Sidwar steps up, and he'll take off with it. Sliding down. Pretty nice job there by number 22 for North Penn, jumping over him, Josiah Coleman.
Yeah, hit him in the head a little bit. I don't think Sidwar was too happy about that, but.
Did he actually get him in the head? I couldn't tell.
Just clipped the top of the crown a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Just enough to mess with the straps on the helmet.
1:24, clock ticking. Sidwar again steps up, throws it into the flat. That's a really big-time play from a sophomore. I think last year that ball's going deep. Keep an eye on the receiver who's just going to run a straight streak. It was one-on-one coverage, but there was safety help over the top. Sidwar takes the safe throw. Nicely done.
Yeah, smart call. Like, he had open ground in front of him, but he has a receiver 5 yards down the field by the sideline, makes a nice pass, stops the clock.
Yeah, and Sidwar did a great job right there of scanning the field. I mean, we saw him kind of get a sense of all the receivers downfield, ends up finding the easy ball. You know, that was a great pickup right there by Jimmy Dolan.
Boy, while we talk about folks that we miss here in the booth, who do we miss more than Rob Stott? Rob Stott says, missing y'all in the booth, enjoying the call, fellas. Well,
Rob, I got 2 words. Where you at?
Where you at, baby? That was a Rob Stott original. So thanks for that. Mr. Johnson from LaSalle, posting from WEXP. Great job, guys. Danny Rovey, class of 2024, is a star. Boy, could not agree with that anymore. Andrew Bowman, watching from Ocean City. Thank you very much.
We'll be there in 1 week's time.
We sure will. Come see us at Carey Stadium in Ocean City, New Jersey. This portion of today's game brought to you by CJO Design and Construction, a wonderful landscape contractor firm run by Chad Ormond, who's standing, 10 feet above us right now up top, doing a great job with the film for this coaching staff. If you're looking for a landscaping project in your backyard, front yard, or anywhere you do your business or personal, give them a call. Visit them at cjodesignandconstruction.com. We appreciate their sponsorship. A false start will back things up. 1:14 to play, so no clock implications at this point. Also coming out of a timeout, the clock wasn't running. So no issues in terms of runoff.
Huge discrepancy in penalties right now. And not saying that they're not deserved, because they are.
Yep.
But, LaSalle needs to tighten up the ship a little bit. Other than that, they're looking pretty solid.
1:14 to go. They have it as first down, and that is correct, I believe, right?
Yes.
Should be.
Yeah, it was that Sid War pass out of bounds.
The down and distance on the far side of the field still says second down. The scoreboard says first down. Sidwar steps up, fires over the middle. What a catch. And look out for Julian McFadden. Get used to this, LaSalle fans. Down the sideline. Gone.
Julian McFadden off to the races right there. Just turned on the afterburners all the way in.
Sidwar's pocket knowledge there was incredible. He stepped up, stepped to his left, caught McFadden going right. That's a tough pass. That's a great job by Sidwar, and even better job by McFadden. He really turned on the turbo. Wow.
5 and 6 from 2022. It feels like a bit of a distant memory right now. I mean, this offense, there were some tough ones last year, Tyler, and a lot of reasons for that. But this is not the same team from last year.
No, this is a completely revamped, retooled team. A lot of guys stepping up. Got some leaders back from last year that have shown up tonight as well. But I mean, the spotlight's got to be on Sidwar right now. He looks incredible out there.
Yeah, just making the right decisions, I think, overall. That's awesome to have that level of wisdom and IQ from only a sophomore. I mean, that's the guy who you really want throwing your footballs.
And why not go for two? Davis comes to Sidwar's right. Dolan, the man in motion. Sidwar fires for Dolan. And did he get there? Yes, he did. Check out this rub play. North Penn fans are going to call this a pick. LaSalle fans are going to call it a rub. These two receivers, Ortiz is just going to get in the way. What a job.
This has become a pass first, run second offense. This is incredible to see this offense develop.
Joey O'Brien really provided the biggest rub in that as well. And that's, listen, Clemson won a couple of national championships running that and not getting called for it. LaSalle runs that rub play on the goal line as well.
I believe that's how they won the national championship, I believe back in 2017.
Yep.
That was the game-winning play right there.
I gotta give it to this offensive coaching staff too. This team looks completely different out there. They're well coached. They're executing on all levels. They look incredible.
So you go from North Penn, 3rd and goal, late in the half, inside the 2. They miss a short field goal, and LaSalle goes the distance in less than a minute.
Oh,
hello.
That should be a flag per Bob earlier.
Rashad McNeil, well, Luthi doesn't care because he took him down big time.
Wow.
So what do you do here? I mean, you got a minute, 56 seconds. You got to try to do something, but you get careless and you turn the ball over, and this game gets even more away from you at this point. You get the ball to start the second half if you're North Penn.
I would like to say that the LaSalle defense could not possibly be more fired up from what their offense has been doing. Consecutive stop after stop after stop for this defense, that's only going to feed them the juice a little bit more and, just kind of, see if they can get further into North Penn's skin.
Timeout called by North Penn.
Something to be said about Friday Night Lights here.
We're back, baby. We are back, and we appreciate the support of everyone that's gotten us to this point. Just from those watching on Friday nights, those supporting and sponsoring. We truly couldn't do it without all of you, and certainly without the guys we have here in the booth. Tyler, Danny, Brady, appreciate all you guys.
You know who's back with a vengeance, Bob?
Who's
this
that?
Explorers team.
They
look incredible.
They look really, really good. I think there are folks around the area watching right now taking note. You know, Malvern toasted LaSalle last year, candidly. They lost some talent. That's going to be a really good game next weekend. And it feels like that rivalry, it flips back and forth. Bishop McDevitt, I mean, blew out LaSalle last year, won a state championship in pretty convincing fashion as well. Cobbs is tripped up. That's a heck of a play. Really nicely done on the outside there because Cobbs is a track star that can run hard.
Kieran Campbell was inches from touching that ball. Great athletic effort, and he's right there, you know, congratulating Cobbs on that tackle.
Joey O'Brien made the stop. The shoestring.
Joey O'Brien, my apologies. But, yeah, that was, you know, great team effort. Everyone's kind of doing their job here.
22 seconds left, and North Penn not really in any rush. Looking to get to the locker room and figure things out. Buxer steps up. He'll take a shot over the middle and just behind Rashad McNeil. He had some room to run. 9 seconds left. It's 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, frustrating play if you're Rashad McNeil there. An all-SOL honorable mention last year. Right in the midst, just threw it a little bit behind him. He had some space to run if he had caught that. Seems as if this North Penn offensive system isn't really in function at the moment.
And that's the surprising part to me, right? We understood the issue last year. The defense couldn't make any stops. The offense was really, really good. Here's Amir Major. He's going to get out of bounds. That'll stop the clock. It is a 1st down. They'll have one more play left with 5 seconds. But this is very un-North Penn, Tyler, from a guy who's played against them. You know, a team that doesn't have the ability to take the top off.
Yeah, of course. They always come out, you know, hot early in the season, you know, as we've seen with them playing the Explorers every year, year in and year out. And it's just kind of surprising to see, you know, neither side really functioning. You know, they came out hot with that run. LaSalle adjusted very well to that, and they haven't been able to get anything going in the air, so it's been a bit challenging for the Knights.
5 seconds left. They'll go with 4 wide, 3 on the right-hand side. Buxer is caught by McNeil, trying to dart out of bounds, but time runs out. 0-0 on the clock. LaSalle leads 27-0, as dominant as you could be in the first half of play. And before we take you to break, we're going to tell you about Next Play Basketball. It is an AAU basketball organization run by Matt Paul. Many of the LaSalle basketball players that you know and love are playing for Next Play, and we appreciate their commitment to the school, commitment to the community, commitment to athletics, and commitment to keeping us on the air. So we really appreciate that. Matt Paul and his gang, and boy, I'm looking forward to this LaSalle basketball season, Danny. New head coach, Ryan Hansel. Hear really good things about what's happening in the program. Guys are energized, engaged, and I think it's going to be fun. Yeah, of course. I'm so excited for the ride. It's going to be a new era of LaSalle hoops. Really can't wait. This may be one of the best years of all time for the PCL basketball season upcoming. I cannot wait. We're going to take a quick break, folks. It is halftime here at Crawford Stadium, and LaSalle is in control. 27-0 over the Knights of North Penn.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue. Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First we do an introduction, then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, you know, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design, relocation planning and budgeting, helping you manage your vendors, construction oversight, all with zero out-of-pocket cost to you. A turnkey experience that adds real value, value that flows right to your bottom line. Gola gets it. We've been partnering with clients like you for over 40 years, and we know what's important: solving problems, creating flexibility, protecting and stretching your dollars. Philadelphia-based with a national presence. Get to know Gola. Gola gets it.
When your car needs repairs and you can't wait, Meineke can help. With life's crazy schedule between work and family, you'll love Meineke's same-day service. Call today and Meineke will get your car in today. For new brakes, exhaust repairs, or your check engine light comes on, trust Meineke to do the job right. And families have been coming to Meineke for years because Meineke works on any make or model vehicle. Same-day service, value, and trust. Meineke, doing car care right.
What does this win mean?
Been with the family for a long time. With our team chemistry, it was bound to happen.
Just close, baby!
Such a big win from Cross Country Mortgage. Dedicated to getting it done.
The coaches at LaSalle are great because they strive for you to be your best.
I was able to maximize my full potential in terms of opportunity in football, wrestling, and lacrosse.
They're going to be pushed to be the best they can be in the classroom, on the field, in the pool, and just overall as a person.
Student first, athlete second. Before you have success on the field, you have to have success in the classroom so you can be on the field.
One thing I think makes LaSalle Athletics stand out are the facilities that we have. One thing I think makes the athletic programs here so strong is definitely the coaching and the staff.
I think I've improved as a competitor here at LaSalle because I'm always being pushed by coaches and by my peers. Seeing my peers work hard makes me want to work harder as well.
No matter what your interests are, every single person here is going to make sure that you're able to fulfill your dreams and what you want to do.
What allows us to keep winning is just our really strong sense of tradition and pride. We know that 30 years before us they won the PCL, so we're going to go out there and we're going to do our best to succeed like the guys before us did.
What does your character look like? Does it bounce back after each setback? Does it stand out by standing up? Does it make good on good intentions? Character is invisible until it's not. Only through action will the world know what it's made of, what you're made of. Find out how you can strengthen the character of your community alongside empowered veterans and families of the fallen at travismanion.org.
I say that LaSalle fuels my passion because it has such great programs with what I'm interested in.
LaSalle affords you the opportunity to get involved in as much as you possibly want to. There's tons of different clubs and activities with any different interest you could have.
No matter what you're doing, you'll be supported by your peers, and LaSalle will become a place that you love to go to and you will want to go to every day.
I think it was pretty easy to make friends. I feel like the most friends I made came through my extracurriculars.
What I love about LaSalle is you could make relationships with other people by getting out of your comfort zone. That's what LaSalle really teaches us, to be open and be open to meeting new people.
You're always going to gain something from clubs. Even if you find out that that club isn't for you, you're still going to pull something away from it, come out with new friends, have new connections.
Getting involved definitely helps you meet new people.
You want to come to LaSalle because you want to be able to explore. You want to be able to try a number of different opportunities we have to offer here.
You're going to really discover what it means to be not only a LaSalle gentleman, but also develop your own passions and have all these different opportunities to try things that you might not have had otherwise.
It is halftime here at Crawford Stadium, home of the North Penn Knights. LaSalle leads 27-0 over North Penn team, a team that's just been blitzed by this LaSalle team, quite frankly. Here we go, Bob Long, Danny Rovey, and Tyler Kern. Danny, your takeaways from 24 minutes of football.
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, that was an amazing defensive stand by LaSalle, especially on that blocked kick right there. That's something that, Tyler, you mentioned. Just some tenacity right there, able to time the jump, block that kick. That was a huge play for LaSalle. But then turning it over on the offensive side of the ball, loving what Sidwar's been doing. There's a great diversity in the play call. I'm loving what Coach Steinmetz is calling. You're doing a nice little mix-up of the inside run via Stevie Davis, and then you're airing these balls out all the way downfield, caught by the likes of J.P. Oates, Jules McFadden, and etc. A tremendous first half by the Explorers, looking to continue that into the second half.
Tyler.
I mean, the score speaks for itself. First off, kudos to this coaching staff. I know there's been a lot of new faces on there, especially on the offensive side, but defensive line coach too, I believe, changed. So, a lot of, moving pieces here, and, really awesome to just see it coming together. You could tell these guys have been grinding it out this summer. They've been working hard in the weight room. They're executing perfectly. They've been watching their film. It's really fun to watch, as a commentator, but also as a fan. I'm excited for the second half and, minimize the mistakes with the penalties, but, I mean, there's not much more you can ask for here.
We've talked a lot about Gavin Sidwar, certainly Julian McFadden, Des Ortiz, just running away from guys, and that's all great, and that is very, very flashy, and it's why you're up 27-0. Another reason, though, where are football games won? Tyler, I'll ask you.
In the trenches.
In the trenches. The offensive and defensive lines. The offensive and defensive lines have been magnificent here today. Tale of two different stories, though, certainly. 5 seniors on the offensive line for LaSalle this year. The whole left side, including the center, Andrew Brennan, return. By the way, Andrew Brennan had some fans on the YouTube chat, so we'll get to those in the second half. But those other two, I mean, Theo has been really, really good, and Selecki on the right-hand side at the right tackle position, really good. Seniors, a lot of the best LaSalle teams that we've seen in recent decades are anchored by seniors on the offensive line. On the defensive line, completely different story. It's the young guys, the sophomores. Jamel Williams is a beast. And Grayson McHugh stands in there at 6'8", 240. He's really difficult to deal with. And then you look at Andrew Sorge, a freshman, Kieran Campbell, a senior. You saw Robert Riley line up, a program guy, a 4-year guy wearing number 48. The trenches, Tyler, where games are won, and maybe a little bit of an unknown because of the youth on that defensive line. They've shown up, and Buxer's had no time.
And they've supported that. They've shown a dynamic defense. They're, showing a 4-front or a 3-front, and they're showing blitzes from each side. And, Coach Stein is doing a great job of dialing up these blitzes, and I really love the dynamic look. Too often you see defense not adjust. North Penn was running the ball right down their throats in the first drive, and they adjusted, and their running game has not been reduced to nothing, but pretty darn close.
Danny's thoughts second half here. North Penn going to have to find a way to get points on the board to begin with before you think about coming back down 4 scores. But thoughts for both of these teams coming out of their respective locker rooms?
Yeah, well, for North Penn, I believe they're receiving the ball to start off this half. And, I think that the Explorers have caught on to a lot of the plays that are designed around Amir Major. And I think that it's about time for Buckster to start to use some receivers outside and get some quick, medium gains. See if you can build up the passing scheme a little bit, because the Explorers have been pouncing on the run game. As for the Explorers, just keep doing what you're doing on the offensive side of the ball. The diversity within the play call here from the coaching staff is unbelievable. So just keep on moving, keep rolling. However you can score the ball is, the perfect game plan.
We'll take a quick break. We'll come back in just a few minutes. Second half kickoff next here on Bob Long Sports.
Dunphy Ford is Mayfair's neighborhood Ford store.
Nobody knows your neighborhood like Dunphy Ford.
Nearly 40 years.
Right here on Frankfort Avenue. Generation after generation. Our neighbors continue to be our customers. We have access to the cars and trucks you want with financing you need.
Dunphy Ford is Northeast Philly's first choice for America's #1 brand. 7700 Frankfort Avenue in Mayfair. Online at www.dunphyford.com.
Come experience the Dunphy difference. You'll be glad you did.
My name is Patrick Donahue, a franchise consultant with FranChoice, the premier network of franchise consultants in America. FranChoice is a company that helps people find a franchise business that's the perfect fit for them. We work with the people who want to own a business but don't really know how to find one that's both a top-notch opportunity and a great match. We specialize in franchise opportunities with the following 3 characteristics: low investment, high margin, and rapid break-evens. The best thing about our service is that it's free to the public. We're paid by franchise companies for this service. The process is simple. First, we do an introduction. Then the candidate provides me with information. We have a consultation based on that information, and we build what's called the model. Once we have that model, we'll share that with 3 great opportunities that match your criteria. I will follow up with you through the entire process. Obviously, the best opportunities fit the criteria mentioned above, and the right way to find those opportunities is to spend some time with the people who work with the very best franchise companies looking to expand in your local area. I'm humbled by your consideration, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
They said it couldn't be done, but somehow CCM was able to close this home in just 21 days. Carl, how'd you pull this off?
Oh, hard work, dedication, grinding.
Were you ever worried?
Well, Chloe, they pinned us in deep in the second bedroom, inspection issues, but we regrouped. Knew there was still a lot in play.
Well, I'm sure the Franklins were pleasantly surprised.
We got a good organization here. A lot to look forward to.
Good luck with the next close. And there you have it. Cross Country Mortgage is dedicated to getting it done.
So, it's time for your business to renew your lease. Or perhaps you're right-sizing or relocating. This can be an exciting time, but it's also a major project to undertake. Hundreds of decisions to make, some of which may impact your business for the next decade. You know you need an expert on your side from start to finish. What if this expert had no conflicts of interest, no landlords to answer to, and a fiduciary responsibility to work solely in your best interest? Someone who knows the questions to ask, the levers to pull, the pitfalls to avoid. Enter the experts at Gola Corporate Real Estate. They've seen it all over the course of thousands of transactions in dozens of industries. Gola gets it. And what if those experts came with a team? Subject matter experts to manage everything that comes with this process. Space planning and design.
Welcome back here, folks. Second half getting underway off the right foot of Chris Heck. Caught at the 10. And a really good start. Last year in this very game, North Penn took back the opening kickoff to start the second half. for a touchdown. That wasn't too far away.
No, North Penn's done a great job of getting good field position, just kind of failing to capitalize in this first half. We can see if they can turn it around. Danny?
Yeah, a lot of these drives, just like you said, Tyler, I was going to say the exact same thing. A lot of these drives have started in tremendous field position, but just North Penn kind of failing to create any sort of offensive momentum here.
Well, we'll see Buxer again under center. And this is a toss sweep. They're getting somebody else involved. Rashad McNutt, beg your pardon. That is Amir Major. Yeah, Major was out in front there and really didn't have much blocking. He got 4, though, on first down.
Yeah, Filippo right there did a great job of kind of tracking him down, just kind of reeling him into that tackle and bringing him down.
$11:23 and ticking here in the third quarter. LaSalle comes out with 4 down linemen, 3 in the linebacking core.
Does that look again?
Yep, Eves comes in motion, tries to lay the block, nowhere to go. Robert Riley, number 48, in there on the stop.
Yeah, just like I said at halftime, the Explorers just really starting to catch on to a lot of these inside runs put forth by the Knights. A tremendous play just by all fronts of this this defensive front for the Explorers.
A lot of fronts.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, we were talking about this guy in the first half, by the way. Speaking of folks watching along, Brendan Olimpo says hello. Great broadcast, guys. We are missing your stats, my friend. Thanks again for all you did for us the last couple of years. Good luck in college.
Yeah, Brendan Olimpo, Will Ryan as well, goes down probably as some of the great Bob Long sports legends right there.
No doubt about it. Amir Major, great move, slithered his way to the first down. Needed 5 and got exactly that. They're already moving the sticks.
Yeah, Amir Major just, serpentining back and forth there, finding that gap or gaps for the first down. Very good effort.
First and 10 from the 47. Buxer takes off, never even a thought about throwing that football. And he has taken down 3 Explorers in it. Kieran Campbell ended up on top of him, a gain of a half yard.
I'd be interested to see that replay. His knee looks super close to being down in the backfield there.
I agree.
Very close.
They definitely ended up getting low on that one.
Justin Hawkins makes the stop as well, the initial contact, and Campbell ended up on top.
Hawkins is definitely a little guy, but he plays with a chip on his shoulder. That work ethic is second to none.
It does not get easier for this North Penn team, by the way. They're going to take on Quakertown in week 2, a really, really strong team. Upper Dublin, the 5A District 1 champion, in the week after that. It's, you start with this game against a much improved LaSalle team. Dick Beck calls timeout, and a really proud program here. It's just one half. It's just one game, but Tyler, it just doesn't get easier in District 1.
No, of course not. And that's why, the Knights and the Explorers challenge themselves every year, week 1, with this game. But, that's where you see what you're made of. You got to, put yourself out there, see different looks, see different, play styles. And, North Penn's always been a very resilient football program. So we'll take it 1 week at a time.
Yeah, Suburban 1, definitely one of the toughest public leagues, I would say, in the tri-state area. You have a lot of competition there, Bob, like you said, with Upper Dublin's tremendous year last year. But, year in and year out, you have great program after great program. And, North Penn always finds themselves competing, amongst the top of the pack.
A couple more folks checking in and saying hello. Ryan Moore says this team is full of beasts. Brennan Miller. Let's go LaSalle, and he says, can't catch him. Oh, I think that was related to Julian McFadden. Yes, sir. 9 minutes and 11 seconds to play. Misdirection, nowhere to go. Cobbs maybe got back to the original line of scrimmage. Grayson McHugh was pretty close to a horse collar there, wasn't called.
Yeah, going high up on that tackle right there. Definitely, good evasion there on the horse collar. That would definitely be a detriment to the Explorers as they find themselves in a great defensive flow.
That's been the best North Penn offense, honestly, has been the personal foul penalties against LaSalle.
Yeah, all self-inflicted wounds here. But, you know, LaSalle sticking with this 4-3 front. It's working. Maybe show a little blitz here.
And again, I get that they're trying to move east-west, but that came from the near side hash and was run to the near side. Major could have come up with that one. Even then, it would have been tough. Joey O'Brien was there in coverage.
Yeah, they did bring the house a bit there and brought pressure on Bruxer, who I thought threw a great pass there.
Yeah, you know, that was a great call out, Tyler. Just like you said, you know, that pressure is so important, especially for this LaSalle team. They've had a consistent amount of pressure, and it seems that as if that North Penn offensive line has crumbled every time.
Yeah, they're doing a good job of getting it without the blitz as well.
Julian McFadden back deep to return. You will remember that he muffed the first one, but if he catches this one cleanly, and we know he will, look out. And that's a line drive kick. He calls for the fair catch and pulls that one down.
And that's a vote of confidence. I mean, we saw his speed. Obviously, all the coaching staff saw his speed. They see the opportunity there, and you know, getting him used. That's not an easy thing to do, to receive those punts. I would probably miss 9 out of 10. So, you know, good job by McFadden, and you know, kudos to the coaching staff for putting him back out there. Maybe we'll see him develop in that role this year.
It takes a lot of quick thinking right there. You have two track stars running at you full speed, and that ball is, you know, winding all over the place. Definitely some quick judgment right there, and the right call fair catch.
Sidwar hands it off to Stevie Davis. Davis bounces outside and is thrown down for an enormous loss. That's a loss of 4, maybe even 5 yards.
Yeah, I think there, you know, he ran into pressure. That's where you know, eat the tackle and, you know, get a net loss of 0 there instead of 4. Sorry, Danny.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, Stevie Davis just kind of looking for an open space. Can't exactly find it. Like you said, Tyler, at that point, just best to go down. Nevertheless, we're looking at a 2nd and 14 here for the Explorers.
Air raid.
Split outside. Incomplete, intended for Jimmy Dolan. Comes up limping just a little bit on the near side of the field.
I'm all right with that being a little thrown outside. Dolan didn't really have much there. You know, interesting choice, I thought, to go for Dolan. Obviously, I think that was so quick that it was designed as a part of the play.
Dangerous only because if that corner jumps it, it's 6 the other way.
Not too much back there except the end zone.
2 high safeties on 3rd and 14. Takes a shot, double move. Oh, he couldn't adjust. Really good effort by Joey O'Brien. And that ball is thrown. Again, he's anticipating it, is Sidwar. That's thrown before the break. See? Wow. Bing, bang. It's thrown. And I think the issue there is O'Brien is thinking, hey, I got room up the seam.
Yeah.
Sidwar's throwing to the sideline. It's not a misthrow from a standpoint of accuracy. It's just that mischemistry in that moment, and that'll develop as time goes along.
Of course. I mean, like you said, Bob, that's very true. You definitely had some extra space there to create some more separation. If that ball connects, then he's really off to the races with a good 5-6 yards after the defender.
And that takes another North Penn hop. They'll get their best field position on the day. Way back inside LaSalle's 35-yard line.
The North Penn seemingly consistently lined up with perfect field position right now. Just a failure to convert. We'll see if they can do it right now. Deep in LaSalle territory.
Noel McNesby says the McNesbys are watching poolside and cheering on Mr. President Andrew Brennan and loving the commentary from the famed Danny Rovey. David Simler says, go LaSalle. Charlie Kingsbury, keep on rolling. Bob Gerngross watches from Sarasota, Florida, and says, as usual, first-class production. Hit and dropped after a gain of 1 yard. 7:51 to play, 3rd quarter. North Penn looking to find a way to get on the board here.
Yeah, Kieran Campbell a little slow to get up there, but
Dylan Clare at the linebacker position made the stop. And that is interesting as well, Tyler. Too early at this point, but you look to develop depth early in the year. It's rare that you can challenge yourself the way LaSalle has here in the non-league and still be able to get good reps for your second teamers. Don't be surprised to see some of that in the fourth quarter. Encroachment is the call. Hard count, got LaSalle to jump. But speaking of that schedule, Tyler, and we talked to John about this, John Steinmetz, head coach of LaSalle. He said that he believes that LaSalle has the toughest schedule in the state of Pennsylvania without getting on a plane. And I love that way of describing it. Listen, St. Joe's Prep is a team that's going to take a couple of plane rides a year, and rightly so. They have a national schedule, and they've earned that. LaSalle, they're going to challenge themselves in the non-league with a team that has every intention to win the Interact this year, a team here that wants to win District 1, North Penn, a state champion in Bishop McDevitt. Haverford is challenging themselves as well. They're playing LaSalle. They're going to play Imhotep next weekend in Delaware. They feel good about their team. And then Calvert Hall, a team coming up from Baltimore, a fellow Christian Brothers school. And that was a 1-point game last year. It doesn't get much more difficult than that. Oh, by the way, than maybe the best team in the country, St. Joe's Prep. Roman Catholic, another strong team, although Tyseer Denmark